positive cases for the coronavirus is steadily increasing. So what do we do here in Gallatin County? I'm Annie Johnson, and I'll have all the details coming up.
The Butte Health Department is urging caution now that Butte Silverbow has new confirmed COVID-19 cases.
Right around 6:30 on this Wednesday. Chet Lehman, Caitlin Corbin, Matt Elwell with you here. Beautiful start. Some of your shots that in the graphics here have been as the sun's come up around top of it. Just gorgeous stuff.
It is a beautiful
It's
morning.
nice to see some sunshine early in the day.
Yes, it is.
It just kind of gets you moving.
It's a good
sets
start
the
to
tone.
the day before it all changes.
And then it rains on you when you're mowing.
Well,
When you're mowing.
When
Do you
you're
guys
mowing.
mow your lawns every day? Is this like a... It sounds like it
I
is
don't
a
mow.
hobby.
I actually use scissors on my whole lawn. That's how I do it.
Sounds like it's more of a hobby than a chore because we
Ask my
talk about
neighbors.
mowing every day.
they'd like it if I did it once a month.
Yeah,
So,
there's times that my neighbors think the
Yeah.
same thing. Morning temperatures into the 40s, 39 in West Yellowstone. There are some chilly temperatures out there. Not a whole lot of rain, but we have had some showers out across parts of the mountain regions in western Montana. I do expect to see afternoon thunder showers, especially as you get into that 11, 12, 1 o'clock range. We'll see those showers trying to fire off across the area. I don't think we're looking at severe weather, but we are looking at the potential of a few scattered thunder showers. There's some of those shots that Chet was talking about. Beautiful afternoon, maybe a little rain here and there, but generally we are trying to warm up as we get closer to the 4th of July. More on that and Chet's mowing forecast still to come.
thanks.
All right, thank you very much, Matt. 11 new COVID-19 cases are being reported by the Gallatin City County Health Department.
Yeah, there are now 44 active cases in Gallatin County, 1 person in the hospital. 3 cases that were previously assigned to Gallatin County have been reassigned now to other counties. Butte Silverbow adds 2 new confirmed cases. That puts the total cases up to 15 with 4 active there. 3 active cases confirmed by Park County Health Department. There are 2 more possible positive cases in Gardner and Livingston. Those people are being retested. Now the state reports 49 new cases in 11 counties. Late last night, new cases in Teton, Cascade counties also reported, plus 3 new cases added in Lewis and Clark County. Currently there are 310 active cases in Montana, 12 people in the hospital. Total case count in the state, 991. Now if the current trend continues, Montana will top the 1,000 case level sometime today.
And with COVID-19 cases going up in Montana, some people are wondering if we'll fall back to phase 1 like other states. MTN's Annie Johnson found an answer and information to help us move forward.
It seems like every day you get that notification on your phone confirming more positive cases of the coronavirus. But with more cases may come more solutions.
The whole point of this is to find people who are infected, get them isolated, find their close contacts, get them under quarantine and limit disease spread that way.
You've probably heard the term wastewater testing, and here's how it helps us moving forward.
Well, it just informs your decision making.
It's extra information that helps officials make the best choices for their residents.
We're also seeing significant detection in the wastewater. You know, on Wednesday, tomorrow is going to be a pretty significant testing event in Big Sky, so we'll be able to test more people.
So with rising cases, you have to wonder, will Montana go back to phase 1 like other states?
Right now, we're kind of seeing cases come from all over the place. There isn't like one source, so it's not like we can point at one thing and say, if we stop doing that, we're going to reduce the number of cases. If we get to that point, we're going to be willing to act.
But so far, we're not at that point. Kelly goes a step further to explain some of the things leading to the increase of cases.
Our relatively low number of cases over the last few months has made Montana an even more tempting place to come visit. But really think about who you're inviting into your house, because I'll tell you, we are seeing cases of people who are coming into the community from other states.
And what hasn't contributed to the rise.
We haven't detected any cases from anybody that attended one of the marches. I would note quite a few people there had masks on. That may have helped.
It's a lot to understand, and it's a lot to wrap your head around. So for more information, you can visit this story on kbzk.com. Reporting in Gallatin County, Annie Johnson, MTN News.
6:33 now. Just like the rest of this state, the number of COVID-19 cases in Silverbow County is on the rise. MTN's John Amy has more.
The Butte Health Department has reported 4 new cases of COVID-19 over the past 2 weeks in Butte, Silverbow County.
We have to recognize that the virus is alive and well in our community.
This week, a man in his 50s and one in his 60s has been confirmed with COVID-19. Last week, a man and woman, both in their 20s, tested positive for the virus. Prior to that, Butte had 11 cases, which are no longer active. The current patients are working well with the health department.
Really highly cooperative people doing what they're asked to do, providing us with their contacts so that we can limit the spread of disease, and they're staying home.
Health officials have already canceled most summer events that draw large crowds, and they anticipate the threat from the virus may continue into the fall.
We're planning for COVID and dealing with influenza at the same time, and so our planning assumptions are pretty serious.
Butte's health department director said she did not support the city's decision to host the annual 3rd of July firework display. But since the event is going to happen, social distancing is more important than ever, and wear a mask.
I am very worried about the fireworks. The congregation of groups of people on the west side of Butte is very concerning, and so we're asking people to be very cautious July 3rd. The virus is in our community.
In Butte, John Amy, MTN News.
Just as a reminder, Butte's fireworks display will be going on Friday evening after sundown at Big Butte, and as usual, we will carry the show live right here on our MTN station. In other headlines this morning, employees at Yellowstone National Park have gone through a 4th round of testing, with all tests coming back negative. 190 people tested June 17th and 18th. Wastewater systems in Gardner, Mammoth Hot Springs, and Old Faithful were tested between June 13th and 16th, and the lab results showed 0% of COVID-19 at the time. Additional samples were taken at Mammoth Hot Springs and Old Faithful June 27th and 29th, which may give a better idea of any increase due to reopening. Now, park visitation by vehicle count this year compared to last year, June 16th through the 29th, is about 89%. Montana gates are showing 85%, the Wyoming entrances right at 99% of last year.
The West Yellowstone Chamber of Commerce 4th of July committee says it will not hold the 4th of July parade. The fireworks show will still go on Saturday night with social distancing and a request that you watch from your house or a place that you might be visiting. Committee members say that regrettably they're taking the advice of the state of Montana and Gallatin City County Health Department to cancel, and that it is best for the health of the community.
Well, as we continue to make adjustments during this pandemic, different aspects of our lives have had to change. Even going to the gym looks a little different. Gyms were officially allowed to open back up a little over a month ago in limited capacity. MTN News visited a couple of local fitness gyms to hear what the response has been so far.
I thought it was great. I thought it was a step in the right direction. Obviously, keeping everything super sanitized and clean is priority, and keeping it healthy for everybody to enjoy and become healthy.
It's been a tremendous response since opening back up. Everybody's abiding by the cleaning procedures, grabbing their disinfectant bottles, cleaning equipment before and after, and obeying social distancing, along with us closing down half the cardio and keeping equipment spaced out. It's been really, really good. People are really excited to see each other. It's more about mental health than almost fitness.
Now, gym's currently able to operate at 75% capacity. That is until we move to phase 3.
6:38 now. In a 5-4 decision, the U.S. Supreme Court said the Montana Constitution cannot be used to prevent a state tax credit from helping fund the education of kids attending religious schools. The case involved a 2015 law that created a $150 income tax credit for donations to private scholarship organizations. But the State Department of Revenue said any scholarship funded by the tax credit could not go to children who attend a school affiliated with religion. 3 Kalispell parents, with the help of a national group, challenged that rule in court. The Montana Supreme Court said the tax credit program violated Montana's constitutional ban on public and to religious organizations and throughout the entire program. But the parents appealed to the U.S. Supreme Court, which said Montana's ban violates the U.S. Constitution's freedom of religion.
We are very, very excited about this decision. We were yipping and hollering this morning about this, so this is very exciting. What this means for us is that we get to continue our enrollment there. We this ensures that we have that ability to, with scholarships, when scholarships are available, that means that we have that ability to continue at Stillwater Christian School with that education that they have thrived at and they've done so well with so far.
The families had continued to benefit from the scholarships while that case was on appeal, and we've been following that for so long.
It's been a big story and breaking again yesterday out of the U.S. Supreme Court. Montana doesn't always find itself there, so a big story coming out of that.
Good to, I guess, finally see some resolution of some sort.
Absolutely true.
6:39 now, we're taking a short break, but a new study finds the best material for those making their own face masks. Coming up, learn what works best to keep from spreading the virus. First, though, here's what's happening today on CBS This Morning.
Good morning. Ahead on CBS This Morning, skyrocketing COVID-19 cases. Some states record their highest daily number of cases ever as infections rise coast to coast, while young people could be partly to blame for the surge. Plus, parents and schools are scrambling to plan for the fall. We'll look at how districts nationwide are preparing to reopen during the pandemic. And in our new series, New Normal, The World from Home, we tour a 1,000-year-old English flour mill that came out of retirement to help a community, probably with baking. We'll see you at 7.